It was the sitcom that redefined family comedy. A show that didn't just give us laughs, it gave us real chaos, real heart, and one of the most memorable TV families of all time. Malcolm in the Middle was a wild ride from start to finish, and more than 20 years after its premiere, it remains one of the most beloved and relatable sitcoms ever made. But what happened to the stars who brought this dysfunctional family to life? From blockbuster careers to unexpected life changes, let's take a look at the Malcolm in the Middle cast, then and now. Frankie Muniz. Malcolm, the genius kid who walked away from Hollywood. Frankie Muniz shot to fame as Malcolm, the middle child with a genius IQ and zero social skills. But before becoming the face of the show, Frankie had already built an impressive resume. He appeared in commercials, guest roles on sitcoms, and even starred alongside Kevin Bacon in My Dog Skip in 2000. Then came Malcolm in the Middle, which turned Frankie into one of the biggest teen stars of the early 2000s. The show was a critical and commercial hit, earning him an Emmy nomination and 2 Golden Globe nominations. And as Malcolm became a household name, so did Frankie. But then, Frankie did something shocking. He walked away from Hollywood. Instead of chasing more acting roles, he became a professional race car driver, competing in high-profile NASCAR events. He also played drums in the rock band Kingsfoil and managed multiple businesses. However, in a heartbreaking revelation, Frankie revealed he suffered multiple concussions and mini strokes, leading to long-term memory loss. He admitted he barely remembers his time on Malcolm in the Middle. Despite the setbacks, Frankie has embraced his new life. In 2023, he announced he was officially racing full-time in NASCAR, proving once again that he's a force to be reckoned with, on and off the screen. Bryan Cranston. Hal, from goofy dad to Hollywood legend. Before playing the world's goofiest yet most lovable dad, Bryan Cranston was a hardworking character actor. He guest starred in dozens of shows, including Seinfeld as Jerry's eccentric dentist, and even voiced villains in Power Rangers. Then came Malcolm in the Middle, where Cranston stole every scene as Hal, the well-meaning but totally clueless father. His performance was so good, it earned him 3 Emmy nominations and solidified him as a comedy legend. But just when people thought he was just a comedy actor, Cranston shocked the world with his role as Walter White in Breaking Bad. His dark and complex performance won him 4 Emmy Awards and turned him into one of the most respected actors of all time. Today, Cranston continues to dominate Hollywood, starring in movies like Argo, Trumbo, and Godzilla. But fans will always remember him as Hal, the dad who loved his family, despite all the chaos. Jane Kaczmarek. Lois, the mom who kept the family in check. Lois was more than just a mom. She was a force of nature. Played by the incredibly talented Jane Kaczmarek, Lois was the no-nonsense, tough-as-nails matriarch who somehow kept the family from completely self-destructing. She was both terrifying and hilarious, and audiences absolutely loved her. Before Malcolm in the Middle, Jane was already a seasoned actress, known for her roles in theater and television dramas. She appeared in shows like LA Law and Felicity, but it wasn't until Malcolm that she became a household name. Jane's performance as Lois was so powerful that she earned 7 Emmy nominations and 3 Golden Globe nominations. Many critics consider Lois to be one of the best TV moms of all time, a perfect mix of tough love and absolute chaos. After Malcolm in the Middle ended in 2006, Jane continued acting, guest starring in shows like The Big Bang Theory and This Is Us. But unlike many of her co-stars, Jane stepped away from the spotlight to focus on her family and charity work. Jane became a huge advocate for children's health and education, working with nonprofits to support struggling families. While she may not be on screen as often, her impact both in Hollywood and beyond is undeniable. Justin Berfield. Reese. From TV's favorite bully to Hollywood producer. If Malcolm was the genius, Reese was the chaotic tornado. Played by Justin Berfield, Reese was the biggest troublemaker of the family, known for fistfights, pranks, and overall stupidity. But what happened to Justin after the show ended? Before Malcolm in the Middle, Justin was already a child star, appearing in over 20 commercials and starring in the sitcom Unhappily Ever After. After Malcolm, Justin did something unexpected. He quit acting completely. Instead, he stepped behind the camera, becoming a Hollywood producer. He co-founded Virgin Produced, a film and TV production company tied to Richard Branson's Virgin Group. Today, Justin is a successful media executive, focusing on business rather than acting. However, in 2023, rumors of a Malcolm in the Middle reboot started circulating, and Justin hinted that he'd be interested in returning. Erik Per Sullivan, Dewey, the child star who disappeared. Dewey was the unexpected genius of the family, a musical prodigy trapped in absolute chaos. Played by Erik Per Sullivan, Dewey stole almost every scene he was in. But unlike his co-stars, Erik completely vanished from Hollywood. Before playing Dewey, Erik appeared in the Oscar-winning film The Cider House Rules in 1999. During Malcolm, he even voiced Sheldon the seahorse in Finding Nemo. But after Malcolm ended, Erik vanished. He never acted again, and unlike his co-stars, he avoided interviews and social media. The last time fans saw him was in 2010 when he attended a Malcolm cast reunion, and after that, nothing. Turns out, Erik chose a completely different path. He enrolled at the University of Southern California, focusing on education rather than Hollywood. Today, Erik leads a private life, away from fame and the chaos of Hollywood. Christopher Masterson, Francis, the rebellious big brother turned DJ. Francis was the original troublemaker, a rebellious, fast-talking, and hilariously defiant older brother who constantly tested Lois' patience. Played by Christopher Masterson, Francis was a fan favorite for his wild adventures. But before becoming the Wilkerson family's troublemaker-in-chief, Christopher Masterson was already building an acting career. He had guest roles on shows like Murphy Brown and The Pretender, and he even appeared in films like My Best Friend's Wedding in 1997 alongside Julia Roberts and Cameron Diaz. While Malcolm in the Middle made him a household name, Christopher continued to act in other film and TV projects. He starred in movies like Scary Movie 2 in 2001 and Intellectual Property in 2006, as well as making guest appearances in popular shows like That 70s Show, where he played a completely different character from his real-life brother, Danny Masterson. But as the years passed, Christopher did something surprising. He stepped away from acting. Unlike his brother Danny Masterson, who remained a sitcom star in That 70s Show and The Ranch, Christopher left Hollywood behind. In 2023, Danny Masterson was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison, making headlines across the world. Christopher, however, never spoke publicly about the case and has remained distant from the controversy. Today, Christopher Masterson has a completely different career. He's now a professional DJ, performing under the name Chris Kennedy. Outside of work, Christopher enjoys a low-key personal life, having married actress Yolanda Pecoraro, with whom he welcomed a child in 2021. And there you have it. From childhood chaos to unexpected career paths, the Malcolm in the Middle cast has had one wild ride. Whether they became award-winning actors, professional racers, DJs, or disappeared from the spotlight altogether, one thing is certain: this show left a lasting impact on all of us. But now, we want to hear from you. Were you Team Malcolm's genius struggles, Reese's reckless antics, or Hal's legendary weirdness? Drop a comment and let us know. If you loved this trip down memory lane, smash that like button, because let's be honest, Hal would definitely approve. And hey, if you want more deep dives into your favorite TV shows and stars, make sure to subscribe to TAN Files and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. We've got plenty more nostalgia coming your way, from legendary sitcoms to blockbuster movie stars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.